Good morning. It's Jen. Jen Slim. Snap into a Jen Slim. This just cracks me up. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Noom. I just finished 2 weeks of Noom, and I'm down a total of 0.6 pounds. What? Why only 0.6 pounds? I'm going to review Zoom after 2 weeks, and I'm going to go over the pros and cons, and then I'll kind of talk to you about what happened to me. So pros, they have an online coach. They contact you every day. They work with you on struggles you may be having and how to work with those struggles, come up with a plan to battle that struggle. Noom is more of a psychological approach to a diet, but in my opinion, they don't say this, it's a psychological approach to your eating disorder. They don't say that at all, just FYI, but it is. It goes through triggers, reaction, action type things. So you may come home and your spouse is eating McDonald's, and even though you've had a fantastic day on your diet, you see the McDonald's, and then all of a sudden you're like, screw it, I want McDonald's. I don't care how many calories it is. I'm gonna have 2 cheeseburgers and a large fry and a vanilla shake. And all of a sudden you've completely gone overboard. And then you think, well, I'm already overboard, so screw it. I'm gonna keep eating this way. I've already failed. I've lost. So they really hone in on that aspect of dieting. I failed, I'm a failure, I'm gonna keep failing, pretty much. So what Noom does is try to fix that in your head, and they do this by a repetition of education and a repetition of motivation, a repetition of education, and you take quizzes not every day, but you take a lot of quizzes, and the quizzes reiterate all the lessons that you've learned since starting Noom. So again, it's like this repetition, which is good for learning. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Very motivating. The cons, and this is what got me. You start off with 1,200 calories. In my personal opinion, if you're struggling with eating and you're struggling with the psychological aspect of eating, which is an eating disorder, in my opinion, starting off with 1,200 calories is not healthy. It's not a healthy mindset. It automatically puts you in this fear, stress, I'm gonna fail. One good part about it is they reward you with calories back from exercise and steps, but just that mental part, I think, just totally screwed me. So even though when I was doing the Lose It app and had gone down from like 137 to 129, and I was doing great and I was working out and I was eating, I jumped on Zoom. Why? Because I had a really bad week. I think I have depression, so I think I had a low, didn't realize it, was exhausted, wasn't working out anymore, and was eating a bunch of junk food, and it lasted like 7 days. So I kind of freaked out, so I jumped on Zoom. Well, only having that 1,200 calories and knowing I had to work out to get more, just kind of, I don't want to say it made me angry, but it put me more kind of in a negative mental zone. So I stuck to it the best I could for 14 days. I logged everything, even if I had bad days. And the only way I really lost that 0.6 pounds was because the last 4 days I did low carb. So that took off a lot of, I guess, excess water weight. But yeah, I went ahead and canceled the membership. I'm not paying $178 for 8 months on something that just upsets me. I think Noom would be great for somebody that doesn't have such a maybe deep-rooted, effed up relationship with food and exercise. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm back on the Lose It app, calorie counting. I'm giving this a whole year. I'm gonna calorie count every day for a year. Really focus on exercising. I was even thinking of writing out a plan for some female kind of bodybuilding, strength training, sculpting plan. I'm using a planner called Clever Fox, and I was able to put in at the bottom and on the side daily and weekly checkoffs. So I'll have to insert a picture of what I mean by that. On the weekly, it was every week doing one leg, one arm, one ab workout. And then on the daily would be like have a healthy cup of tea, track your calories, make a compliment to somebody, getting in the habit of making a compliment, positive reinforcement for somebody else, not spending money because I like to online shop, eating a fruits and vegetable every day, stuff like that. So I'm going to refocus on that, get back on that habits audiobook that I'm just loving, focus on some strength training, and do my 1,900 calories a day. And it works for me. I don't know why I was going to do a 1,200 calories. It's just dumb. Sorry, Noom, but dumb. All right, I'm done.